and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Monica Soyemi, your go-to New York City agent here. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button if you're excited to learn about real estate, financial topics, all things buying a home, financial literacy, money, etc. Also, don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. Today's video is going to be all about the 12 steps to buying a home, specifically the New York home buying process. So we're going to walk through the 12 steps you need to know from where you are now to where you want to be. Without any further ado, let's hop right into the video. So as many of you know, owning a property, purchasing a property is one of, if not the biggest purchase of your life for many people. A lot of first-time home buyers are really curious about the process. They don't really understand where to begin. Down payment, appraisals, the lending side of things, how it works with seller concessions, and then all of it coming to a close at the end. So this video is really meant to help you understand the 12 steps to buying a home. So step number 1 is to start your research early. So we really want to research your local market. We want to research the home prices. We want to figure out where is it that you want to be, and starting that search early is really going to help you know what is out there, where you would like to be in terms of price point, in terms of area, and really arming you with the knowledge you need to be able to be an educated and informed buyer. Step number 2 is to determine how much house you can afford. So you want to establish a housing budget that you're comfortable with. So let's say a lender pre-approves you for $1 million, but you're really only comfortable with the $4,000 monthly budget or even a $5,000 monthly budget. Maybe $1 million home might not be the best fit for you, because $1 million home is not going to be a $5,000 monthly payment. So with that in mind, we really want to start with what is a comfortable budget for you. So to know that, you're going to have to look at what you're making every month. You're going to have to look at your expenses, and you're going to have to figure out, where does a mortgage fit into all of this? Of course, once you're buying, you're most likely not renting anymore, so you can eliminate that expense, but you want to see what are your other expenses and how does a mortgage fit into all of that. Step number 3, the most important step, say it with me, is the pre-approval. We want to get you pre-qualified and pre-approved by a mortgage lender for credit for your mortgage. And this is one of the most important parts, because unless you're purchasing a home for cash, you're going to need to get what's called financing, a loan to purchase the property. And the lender is going to want to know your income. They're going to want to know your credit. They're going to want to know how much you have saved to put towards this transaction. So these are really important things before we start searching for homes and looking at areas and figuring out all these things. We need to know how much is the bank going to loan you, because that is going to determine how much of a house we can afford for you to purchase. If the lender says $600,000, for example, now we can be armed with the information of $600,000 is our max that the lender will provide to us, and we'll also be able to shop knowing what you're comfortable with in terms of a monthly budget. So these are really key things to know before and during the home buying search. Step number 4 is you want to find the right real estate agent. I cannot say it enough. There are a lot of agents who are in the business, but only a small portion of the agents who are in the business are actually doing the business. And a lot of this job requires negotiations. It requires follow-up. It requires really just understanding the market, understanding what types of programs lenders offer. Maybe there's a first-time home buyer program. Maybe there's a seller's concession that you can use to get you closer to your goal. One agent might know this, another might not. So our knowledge of the home buying process, negotiating skills, and familiarity with the area is really going to be so helpful for you as a buyer when it comes to this home buying process. Step number 5, you want to shop for your home, and we're going to start making offers. So take as much time as you need to find the right home. We are going to work with your lender. I, as your real estate agent, I'm going to work to make sure a fair offer is submitted based on the value of comparable homes in the area. So something that's really important is something called comps. And comps is what other homes in the area are selling for, what homes have sold for, what homes are pending for. We want to see what average prices are in this area so that when we submit an offer, we can submit a competitive offer, but also a fair offer. Sometimes you might see a home that's been on the market for a while and you're wondering, so if a home is priced too high, it can sit, but also we want to make sure we're not overpaying for that home. Step number 6 is getting a home inspection. Now, the home inspection is a key part of the home buying process. You do not, I repeat, you do not need to get a home inspection. But if you're going to spend $500,000 on a home, Is it worth it, a few $100s, to know about the roof, the electrical, the plumbing? I would say it is. So I always recommend my buyers to get a home inspection done. And what's also helpful about a home inspection is it can help with the negotiations. If there are some really major things wrong in the property, we want to know that before we start going under contract, before we start going to next steps, because now we can use that information to negotiate. We can use that information to share with the seller and say, hey, we need these things fixed before we move to the next steps. So home inspections are really key. Step number 7 is the contract signing. Now, this is when the seller's attorney and your attorney are going to negotiate what is called the contract of sale. At this time is when I would recommend a couple of my go-to attorneys for you to work with for this home buying process. Of course, you can also use your own attorney. My go-to attorneys are really efficient, they're effective, they are responsive, so I love working with them. And what these attorneys are going to do is they're going to make sure that you get the best deal possible in this transaction, and the seller's attorney is going to do the same for their clients. So the seller's attorney is working on the seller's behalf, your attorney is working on your behalf. Once you have come to an agreement in the middle, you both sign on the dotted line, and now you are what's called under contract. Now, the contract is going to lay out the purchase price, it's going to lay out the terms of the deal, it's going to lay out if that beautiful washer dryer you saw in the basement is going to be included in your home purchase. It's going to lay out if it's a multifamily, if there will be certain vacancies at the time of closing. We want to have all of these things outlined and clear so both parties know what we're agreeing to, so at the closing day there's no confusion. Step number 8 is when we are going to work with a mortgage banker to select your loan. So lenders have a wide range of competitively priced loan programs, and you will have many questions when you are purchasing a home, and having an experienced and responsive mortgage banker assist you can make the process a lot easier. Now, I do have some go-to lenders as well who I like to recommend for FHA programs, as well as the Soyemi program, as well as the Neighborhood Housing Services of New York program. There's a ton of first-time home buyer programs you can qualify for, as well as some more niche programs that may be specific to you and what you're looking for. We can definitely schedule a one-on-one meeting for us to go over your options, but we got to know what loan option is going to be best for you. And that is what a great lender is going to help you with. Step number 9 is when we get the home appraised. And this is really important. A home appraisal is when a bank hired appraiser comes to the home and they are going to see what the value of the home is. This is when the comps that we spoke about earlier comes into play. The appraiser is going to come in and they're going to check what other homes have sold for, and based off of the upgrades of this particular home, the square footage, bedroom count, bathroom count, they're going to determine what they estimate the value to be. And this is why it's so important at the beginning of our search for us to double check what those comps are, so that we don't come in and have an appraiser say, hey, the home is actually not worth what you're buying it for. Or maybe if it's worth even more, that's great because we got a great deal. Step number 10 is the commitment letter. So once the underwriter has approved your credit history and financial documents, so they've done their due diligence, they will give you a mortgage commitment letter for the specific property that you intend to purchase. And this letter may carry conditions such as results of an appraisal and the title search. So the bank is essentially saying, we've done our due diligence, we've vetted you as a buyer, we're good to go on all we need to know, and now we're just going to have to wait for the appraisal to come back as well as a title search, and from there you should be clear to close. From there, step 11 is the title search. So the title search is when the lender will require you to get a title company to conduct a title search. This is actually what your attorney will do. They're going to hire someone to do the title search, and they're going to ensure that there are no prior claims on the house that you want. And when you purchase a home, you'll receive a title at closing, which proves your home ownership, and you can feel secure in knowing that it's legit. So someone down the street can't come knocking on your door saying that they are the legal owner. You have title, you have a deed that states you are the legal owner, and this gives you a security knowing that you have purchased this asset. And step number 12, you guessed it, clear to close and closing day. This is when we pop out the bottles, we do the key picture, we take the photo in front of the house, because now you are closing on your home. You are a homeowner. Congratulations. I'm excited for you. Once the underwriter has finished reviewing your documents and approved your loan, you will get a clear to close, and you can now set an actual closing date. At closing, you will sign all the paperwork required, so make sure to stretch out that hand and that arm before we go in to complete the purchase, and that will include signing your loan documents as well. So those are the 12 steps to buying a home. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, guys. Do not be stingy with the thumbs up, guys. Be sure to turn on those post notifications, subscribe to the channel. You can click right here on the screen. And if you want more of this great knowledge on home buying, be sure to drop me some comments in the comment section. Ask me some questions. I've left all my contact info in the description, and please let me know what I should make a video on next. I got some tips. Some people said FHA, some people said other types of first-time home buyer loans. Maybe it's even investment properties. Let me know. We would love to help you on your home buying journey. Until next time, bye guys. No. So these are really key things to know during the home buying process. Okay, we're good.